This video was sponsored by Enhance, NeoWatt, A Better Road Planner, Elbilmek, Kempower and Bilkomponenter. Yo, what's up? As many of you guys know, I'm trying to buy Millennium Falcon, but that means selling this beloved soul. So yeah, I'm gonna sell my soul for Millennium Falcon. Okay. But I've done some battery degradation tests, but I wanna try now with Aviloo just to see. It gives you this nice fancy report I can put in the Finn ad, you know. I also want to get like another opinion, another test to see if my test is correct or not, right? So we're supposed to get around 26 kilowatt hour. Yeah. We're charging it up now. And since we have no kindergarten support, then I have to bring Isabel with me. Yeah. Hi, hi. So here's the Aviloo. Yeah, huh? Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. Hold hands, okay. I'm gonna strap her on soon, but here you see the Aviloo box is mounted there. And then here we have a splitter. But I'm not sure if the Aviloo will complain or not, because, wait, I saw it twitching here. From time to take, it will show over 100% state of charge. I wonder if there's something wrong, or the two devices kind of interfere with each other. So we'll see. Maybe it's car scanner that doesn't work simultaneously with Aviloo test. So I'll charge now. It will finish in 4 minutes. But you see the battery is in very good health. I measured around 26.5 kilowatt hour. When this battery was new, it was supposedly 28.5 or 29 kilowatt hour. You see, yeah, the car has done over, I can fire that. Car has done 222,000 kilometers, but the battery was replaced at 148,000 kilometers. That means that this battery has done only 74,000 kilometers. So it should be in very good health. At least these Korean batteries, they don't show much degradation in the beginning, because I believe there's some buffers that they eat up. But then eventually, of course, they will degrade. But that is probably after 150, 200,000 kilometers, you see some more degradation. And so I need to bring this mascot with me here. Yeah, all right. Almost good to go, huh? Yep, as expected. You see, and it's like, okay. So there's some small letters here. It says that it detected something. You need to disconnect it before we can proceed. So, all right. Whatever, it's fine. I can show you the plan. So we're at Yes Home. We're going to drive towards Kongsvinger and then back again. I have protection with me. Was that I want more kids? But yeah, when it comes to here, okay, what I want to show you is that the battery actually started at 24 to 31. Yeah, so you see, it's the Aviloo box that interferes with this. It flickers a bit from now and then. So yeah, we have nice and warm battery, so we should get good result, right? The voltage is good, not that much delta. There, okay, good. Yeah, here we actually say, it says to 5%. When it was a Tesla, it was, the 10% was enough. Maybe they know that this state of charge scale is non-linear, but they don't want people to go down to 1%, because that could be risky. All right, we're on the move, and man, look at the consumption. 148 watt-hour per kilometer is 3 degrees outside. This car can actually be very efficient as long as it drives slow, because it's so boxy. We are now in Kongsvinger and we still have 71.5% left. Wow, not too bad. 152 watt-hour per kilometer, and then we've done 58 kilometers so far. So, well, I have navigated now towards Charlottenberg in Sweden. Just gonna drive that direction and then turn around at one point. So yeah, I haven't been in Kongsvinger for a while. This is one of the routes on the way to Sweden. Now we're down to 59%. I turn around because we have tailwind on the way here. So that means headwind on the way back. So yeah, still 154 watt-hour per kilometer. 79 kilometers done. Wow. Can we actually go over 150 kilometers now? Okay, so then, what? How far away from home are we? 75 kilometers. Okay, well, that should be good, right? Isabel is asleep in the back. Yeah, she's been asleep for about half an hour. No, actually, I think almost an hour now. So, not sure how long she's supposed to sleep. Maybe half an hour more. We are almost done now, down to 8%. Now we're driving some small roads around Kløfta, Jessheim. So yeah, 153 watt-hour per kilometer so far. And then 164 kilometers driven. Wow, not too bad. Yeah. So drive a little bit more and then, well, okay. I have to check distance back to Jessheim versus Gom here, 11 kilometers. Wait, is it gonna do that Asian thing and then suddenly show dash, dash, dash? Nope, it's doing the Asian thing. At 7.5% remaining, it shows dash, dash, dash. Okay, well, let's head back home then. Okay, we reached the 5% target now. We're at 4.5%. I will still keep driving a little bit more. So even though Aviloo says that you're done, you can actually go deeper and get, I guess, a slightly more accurate result. So a little bit more then. I also want to know for my own measurement, since they say the charge scale is non-linear, then the last 4.5% does not count as much as the first 4.5%, close to 100%. All right, we're done at the supercharger. 2% left. Yeah, it shows in 0.5% precision here. So I think that's deep enough. Also check here, 2%. We actually drove 172.5 kilometers. It's not even summer yet. Wow, impressive. Consumption was 151 watt-hour per kilometer. So I'm gonna calculate some stuff here. All right, I've disconnected Aviloo now. We have 2% here. Yes, check it. What? State of charge BMS. Okay. Cell voltage there looks okay. 24 to 29 degrees Celsius. All right, let's plug in. Oh, interesting. Tesla app was reporting 1%, right? 50 kilowatt. Okay, see here. Yeah, so and the voltage is so low that we only get 57 kilowatt only. Yeah, it's still damn good for a 10-year-old car. But yeah, okay, all good. State of charge goes up fast now. All right, it's been a couple of days and now we had the result from Aviloo. And then I actually did a second test because you see here is the result. 26.3 kilowatt hour. Yes, that makes sense. But it claims 30 kilowatt hour and there's something here. So I wasn't sure, because I actually chose the 30 kilowatt hour Soul for this test. But then, you know, this is a replaced battery. So I'm not sure what was that all about. So I actually did a second test where I choose the 27 kilowatt hour. And here is that result. And actually, just the next day when I did this test, actually in 1st of April, Aviloo called me and asked me, hey, you made 2 tests of the same car. I'm like, yes, and I explained that, you know, the Soul, there is no option to choose the Soul with the replaced battery. So I had to first choose a 30 Soul, and then I thought that claim kilowatt hour when it was new was a bit high, so I tried the 27 kilowatt hour instead. He was wondering why I did 2 tests, on the same car. You know, that's not necessary. When I explained to him that there, okay, so whatever. I wanted to see what Aviloo would report as the new condition on the 27 kilowatt hour, but somehow they replied to this. So it's basically the same. So you see, this is the old result, new. It's different. And no. What is it? Hide. Yes. So it is, at least the test data are correct, right? The battery temperatures and the odometer. And there is actually slight variance, but it's so small in the available capacity that you can more or less ignore it. But it's just reported as 30 kilowatt hour. So if you scroll down here, you see that they explain here sources usable energy and range according to manufacturer's information. So of course they don't go out and test this themselves. They don't have time for that. They have too big database, so they're just relying on manufacturer data. So actually this is quite similar to the classic Ioniq, which is claimed to have 28 kWh, but I never ever measured that. I don't think anyone has measured 28 kWh when it was new. I measured around 26 kWh. So when it comes to this, okay, I think 88% here is not correct, because when I tested this similar Soul with a replaced battery, it was my friend's car. It was right after he got a new battery replacement. Then I measured 28.5 kWh, not 30. So that's actually what I believe is the correct kWh, not this. Which means that this all-ish result I have 2 weeks ago was actually correct. 26.5 was what I actually tested, and then 28.5 is what we could have gotten when it was brand new. So it actually means 93% actual state of health, not that so-called state of health reported by the Korean cars. So yeah, at least now I tested it. I retested again, tried Aviloo, see what it replies, and okay. So I think a tip for you guys, if you just happen to have one of these old Souls and you want to sell it, is actually to avoid Aviloo test for now until they have a solution or an option for choosing a replaced battery. Now the battery is not exactly the same, because when I did the charging test, there's actually a slight variation. There's a 10 volt pack difference between the original 30 kWh and then the replaced battery. So the replaced battery has 10 volt lower pack voltage. It actually charges slightly slower, but it also seems to throttle slightly slower than the other battery. So not exactly the same battery, probably not the same part number, but then I don't know if it has the same battery capacity or not. But I guess you guys can do this. I did this because I wanted to have this nice fancy report to put it in the Finn ad when I'm going to sell the car. But now, since it reports 88% state of health in the Aviloo test instead of my claim is 93%, then I will actually choose my report, my result. Well, most of the time actually Aviloo is dead correct, super accurate. When I test something myself and also run the test with Aviloo, we come out with the same result. But this time, maybe not. Maybe there's actually a slight error in some of the Korean cars. Yeah, I don't know. But when I tested the classic Ioniq, I don't remember what the result that one was. Okay, but anyway, yes, this is one of the few last tests I will do with the Soul before I try to sell him and try to get a good price for him. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.